All right, everybody. Let's let everybody get in and get sat down at a table, grab the drinks. We'll get started. Already started the war clock, so it's rolling. My brother Brian. My brother Daniel. Belated happy birthday, brother. My brother Kyle. Destiny, welcome. Sharp Dunaway is in the house. Come on in, grab a table, grab your drinks. Welcome to the Demon's Tea Room. My sister Lauren. If you guys ever want to check out some epic cosplay, go to Lauren's page. Epic artist. Leanne, welcome guys, welcome. Miss Jennifer, welcome Miss Kathy. Hi Annie, Catalina. Bonehead Larry in the house, welcome guys, welcome. The ever beautiful Miss Teresa. Another visit to the tea room. All right, y'all, we'll get started here in just a second about what we're going to be talking about today. Missy, hi, sweetheart. And occasionally you guys are going to see me reach over kind of like this is because I have my ghetto teleprompter thing I designed earlier, and I'll take a picture of it after we're done today so you guys can see what happens when you let me get bored. Welcome everybody, welcome to the Demon's Tea Room. Alright y'all, today is Sunday, April 5th, 2020, and you guys have come in and joined me in the Demon's Tea Room at your grandmother's cup of tea. For you guys that haven't met me or been introduced to me yet, my name is Cedric. I'm your host here at the Demon's Tea Room. I'm the lead investigator and founding member of New Orleans Paranormal Explorers. Put the first letters of that together, it spells NOPE. We're the official NOPE team, and we do paranormal investigations all across the country. I am also, as I said, the host of the Demon's Tea Room, and have a bunch of other hats I wear as well. So, we're coming live to you, for you guys that don't know, from the hot zone that is the city of New Orleans. So, welcome to the hot zone. And in the Demon's Tea Room, we picked up our subline from a DJ that I look up to, telling you we're bringing you the truth, no matter how bad it hurts. So before we get started today in our conversation, which is going to be paranormal activity and the pandemic, what we've seen going on, I want to bring you guys public service announcement. Now, I know social distancing is a thing. It can be a little confusing. How much distance do we need to be? What is exactly 6 feet? Is this person too close to me? So this morning, my lovely wife, Evie, and I'm going to blame this one completely on her because she deserves all the credit, sitting right over there, came up with an idea. So, if you find yourself confused about social distancing and are they close enough, are they far enough away, I came up with a tip for you. So, what you need to do is just square your feet, and in your head, you get the song, Tonto, Get On It. And then you start singing, but instead of putting your hand up here as you do your jump around, put your hand out here and do it this way. Not only does that set distance for you? But if you break out with Tonto Get On It, they're more than likely going to stay away from you anyway. So, bada boom, bada bing, there you go. Your public service announcement from the Demons Tea Room. Also, I kind of want video of you doing this so we can post it across the internet. I want to do me a video in full post-apoc armor singing Tonto Get On It. All right, y'all. So let's change our page here. All right. Now, I did also want to bring up for you guys, we have stated that we're going to get photos placed on the YouTube channel here on Facebook. I am working on those. Facebook and YouTube has had its own version of the coronavirus and been pretty damn difficult. So I get everything put on, and then I come back and stuff's gone. So we'll continue to try and get those photos up for you. In fact, as soon as we get done with today's episode, I'll be online trying to get those photos up so you guys can see some of the stuff we've been talking about. Now, our main story today it's not even a story, it's more of a discussion. And I wanted it as some brain candy for you guys to think about, mill over, do your research, and let's start kind of adding some body to this line of thought. And that is the uptick of paranormal activity as it coincides with the outbreak of COVID-19. Now, like I said, we're not going to dive off too deep into it, but I want to give you guys some thought points, some ideas that we've had in our discussions about what we've seen going on, what we saw going on leading up to the explosion of the outbreak here in New Orleans and around the country and around the world. Now, this all kind of got brought to a head last night. Evie and I both read an article, and I'll make sure I get it right, called Has Coronavirus Crisis Released Intense Demonic Activity? And we found this on Linda Salazar's and Kalila Smith's Seance Group. Interesting article. Now, keep in mind, from the title of the article, it is written by a Catholic priest, so it has a very set theological direction that the article takes. But in saying that, it raises some issues, and it brings some things to light if you take even farther outside of the strictly Christian theological way that the article goes. Now, we did notice, and Evie and I talked about it, in fact, we were talking with some of their tour guides before we shut everything down here in the city, is that a lot of us had noticed the paranormal activity in the weeks leading up to the outbreak, the official outbreak here in the United States, starting to get more and more intense. On the tours, we were picking up more evidence. The entities were getting more aggressive. And none of us had really put too much of a point on it, but we had talked about it's really strange how much activity we're getting. So, as the epidemic started to explode, let's see what you put, Chris. Bingo, we're going to talk about that here in just a second. You're right on track with that train of thought. Is that as this pandemic was starting to hit and that wave was starting to roll across the world, the anxiety, the energy, just like Chris was saying, started to build. Now, we know one of the theories in paranormal investigating is that paranormal activity feeds off of energy displaced by the living. All right? So, from that angle and point of attack, it makes a lot of sense. All right? The anxiety level is cranked up. Fear, all of that is through the roof. Now, to add to what we saw as guides and what we do as paranormal tour guides, one, I started looking and talking to other paranormal teams across the country, and all of them were talking about, both in their forums and in conversations, about the uptick in the amount of paranormal activity that was happening around the country as far as what we saw as investigators. Now, the other thing I've noticed, and some of you guys have pointed it out, is even during our video feeds, we've seen an uptake of paranormal activity both around me as I'm talking, but then a lot of you guys have sent me messages saying that you have had paranormal activity happening where you are in your homes or wherever you're watching that doesn't make any sense. My other theory, it's just a theory, and I'm still trying to figure out how we can get more intel on this theory, is that now with the epidemic and how we are all forced to communicate with each other via this, that energy as well is being put out into the air. We're doing a lot more teleconferencing, a lot more working from home via the internet, a lot more communication via this technology. And I'm curious to see, does that have an effect on the amount of paranormal and type of paranormal activity we're getting out there? Now, one of the theories that we're working with, and it's a teaching point that a very good friend of ours by the name of Kadrick has come up with, and I will post a link down below in the comments to go to some of Kadrick's sites. And the theories that he puts forth and some of the teachings that he puts forth make a whole lot of sense. And one of those is that we're putting together a Paranormal Investigator Survival 101 class, which is basically how to be a paranormal investigator, be it novice or advanced, and how to do it safely without, engaging something that can follow you home, that can start really jacking with you and those around you. And in this class, in this discussion, he brought up a couple of theories that hold a lot of water, and it's really something that we've been pushing to expound on. And one of those is that entities are in a couple of different categories. Now, your first is what is called a thought form, all right? Now, the idea behind a thought form is that you as a human being, anybody, can bring this entity into existence. For example, you're walking into a haunted house, haunted location. You've heard the stories of this haunted location. There's all of this information out there. Is there a connection between you knowing that and putting that energy into that story that brings that story into reality? All right? Keeping in mind, y'all, science has only technically documented 10 to 15% of the human brain. The human brain does things we have no clue about and has powers that we have no clue or how to unlock or use, and they just show up. So, that is the theory behind a thought form, that you can actually cause that haunting to, one, not only show up, but to expand. Because now that thought form is feeding off of what you are putting out. Now, the next level to this is what is called an egregore. Now, an egregore is a being, an entity that, if there is enough belief or enough energy into this thing, takes on a life of its own. It no longer needs the power of belief to exist. It now exists of its own fruition. So, for example, city of New Orleans, Balboncha, it's an egregore. There's been enough belief and energy placed into her for well over 300 years and beyond, that she has gone from being a thought form and has now become an egregore and is able to interact on her own. She has her own consciousness. All of that. She does not need particular person or persons to pump that energy in there for her to exist. Now, this will also lead into some of the theories for the next level, which is non-human entities, demons, angels, fairies, the entire plethora of non-human entities that a lot of teams and a lot of people throughout history have evidence they exist. Why? Now, keep in mind, you get into demonology, you start studying the different types of demons. They feed, and they talk about in their lore and legends, that they feed off of particular things. They cause particular things to happen. So, are we seeing an uptick in paranormal activity because of this pandemic, because of COVID-19, because of the amount of anxiety and fear and sorrow that is being pumped into the verse? Or, as we say, into the current. Because that current is being supercharged with all of that activity. And so is this why this activity has been kicked into supercharger mode? Is this probably why we are having such huge amounts of paranormal activity? Is there also the reason, could be, that those that have already crossed over, those souls that are already over on the other side, they know what's going on. They know what's going down, and the amount of death and the amount of fear and the amount of anxiety. Is the other side trying to come to comfort, to help guide those across, since we know that we're going to have a huge amount of our fellow citizens crossing over to the other side? So, as I said, I will post below Kadrick's link to the stuff that he has been working on. It's a mind blower. Myself, Patty Negri, Evie, Josh, and Otter sat in through one of his classes, and we sat there and talked about the Paranormal 101 survival class. And it's a game changer. The theories and the ideas make a lot of what we've experienced make sense. One of the theories in there, and we've actually tried it, it's what I tell my guys on my tour group as well as the team. If you are in a situation and you're dealing with the paranormal and you have an overwhelming sense of fear, the best thing that you can do, the best thing on the planet that you can do, is laugh. Not a BS bullshit, no. Find a happy place in your head, a memory that makes you laugh, and just belly laugh. Because the second you do that, you've taken away all of the energy for whatever that energy is that you're dealing with. You've just totally and completely taken that away from them. They no longer have that fear to feed on, and 95% of the time, they're going to back off and go find somebody else to eat lunch on. So this is the type of stuff that we've been working on behind the scenes with our Paranormal 101 class and survival class. Kadrick has done amazing work, as well as Patty Negri, that we will be bringing out to you guys. Now, let's see, the wind is... All right, so that's pretty much what I wanted to cap and hit on today. Is I want you guys to think about it out there. Put your ideas and your theories together. Open up a discussion about what we are seeing with the paranormal world in regards to the outbreak. And what are we going to see as we start to move into even the darker times? Because it's coming. Now, update on what's going on here in the city of New Orleans. As of this morning, our official numbers are 4,066 positive cases with 161 deaths. They have warned us where phones have been going off. We have been getting alerts that they anticipate, much like we're just right behind New York, that in the next 7 to 14 days, we will be deep into the shit show. That we should be ready for the explosion of both cases as well as deaths. They have opened up 1,000 plus beds at the convention center. We have National Guard that has moved in medically to try and offset and help our medical workers who are on the front lines of this fight. Most everybody is doing their best to lock down at home, not to go out. We've done it here as we've been trying to get stuff to people to, with Josh bringing stuff to us or taking stuff to Dawn. We drop it off on the front porch or to Rose. We drop it on the front porch and we run away. That's our lives here in the hot zone right now. I will say people are starting to get a little bit more aggressive and a little bit more angry and vocal about things, which is to be expected. So when you have to go out, if we have to go make supply runs, you just, as always, watch your six, keep your head on a swivel, and always be thinking 2 steps ahead of the game of what happens if something goes bad. Because we are just getting started, boys and girls. We're just getting ready to go into some of the dark times. So, like I've always said, love is the key. The best way we're going to get through this is together as a group, taking care of each other, looking out for each other, looking out for your neighbors, and having a little bit of patience. Just keep in mind, guys, there's a lot, and I mean a cosmic shit ton of fear and anxiety out there. You can feel it just walking out of the atmosphere, and it's building. So, keep your head about you, keep your wits about you. Now, as we say, we're bringing you the truth, no matter how bad it hurts. Now, my last public service announcement for the day. Remember to wash those hands. Wash them damn hands. All right? Oh, and by the way, while we're at it, just wash the whole thing. We do not need Confunk becoming COVID-19 funk. Wash your nasty butts. All right? I know we're locked up. I know we forget about it. I'm just as bad as anybody else. Oh, look, I've been at my leather desk for 2 days and I haven't looked up. Maybe I should go take a shower. Wash your nasty butts. And then wash your hands twice as much. And I say this because I love you. The Confunk is real. Anybody who's been to a convention can talk about the Confunk. We don't want the Confunk becoming the Convid funk. Keep that in mind. Take that with you. Learn it, live it, love it. You are the only one who can prevent the spread and catching the vid-19. All right, moving on to our next little page of notes, and then you people don't have to listen to me anymore. Ka-chow! All right, guys. So as always, if you guys have story ideas, put them down in the comments for me. We read those. I'm taking notes. Keep in mind, I want to keep stuff fresh for you guys. I want you coming back and sharing with me because you're my only outlet to the outside world. And I have to stay away from Evie and Ryder too much because when I get too needy, they try and bite me. Both of them. So, also, if you guys have any ideas for different platforms, different ideas for the Demons Tea Room, as I've said before, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a child of the 70s and 80s. This technology crap, all right? Any ideas you guys have, throw them my way. They'd be highly appreciated. Anything that we can do to help out the Demons Tea Room and get us out there. On that, hack the planet. Hack the planet, hack the planet, boost the signal. Get it out there. Let people know about the Demons Tea Room. Invite them to the tea room to come in and sit down and have a drink with us and do some of this, sharing and getting together that we've got going on here. Hit the like buttons. Go down below for me. Hit that thumbs up button. Also on YouTube, when we have these posted up on the YouTube, smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Those go into the algorithms huge. You guys are doing us a huge solid by doing those and liking the channel and liking on Facebook as well. If you feel it in your heart to help the Demons Tea Room, we will be posting up the links as soon as I'm off the live broadcast. Evie will put it up on here for me. Also, if you feel it in your heart to donate, our PayPal is at paypal.me/the Demons Tea Room. And our Venmo is Venmo at Cedric/Whitaker, 2 T's. If you guys want to help out and support the Demons Tea Room right now, you guys are our lifeline to the world, with the world the way it is. So other than that, guys, be safe, be healthy. That's a direct order. And I will see you guys, same demon time, same demon channel, tomorrow on the Demons Tea Room. As always, mad love and respect to all of my fam out there. Guys, be good to each other. Peace out.